Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So you're thinking about moving to Oklahoma and you're wondering, where are some of the safest cities and towns in the state? Well, I can't blame you because I'd be asking the same question. And who am I? My name is Lynn Taggart. I'm a realtor here in central Oklahoma. I make videos like this one to help those thinking about making a move to the Sooner State better understand, what they're about to get themselves into. And so in my videos, I talk about all things Oklahoma City as well as Oklahoma, shooting straight with you on what it's like to live here, sharing the positives and the negatives of Oklahoma City in particular, and Oklahoma in general. And give me a call if you'd like to discuss making a move here. All my contact information is shown in the description box down below if you'd like to reach out. So today's video actually came about because of a video I made about a year ago all about the 10 most dangerous towns in Oklahoma, shown here, which highlighted the ones according to the FBI's most recent crime data, which had the highest rates for violent and property crimes. And little did I know when I made that video how important the topic of crime is to you folks. To date, it's my best performing video with well over 31,000 views. Who knew crime information would generate this kind of interest? I'll be updating that video with new information when the FBI publishes its new data later in 2024. But any discussion about what cities and towns have the most crime naturally leads to the obvious next question is, which ones have the least crime? And that is the reason for today's video, going in depth to show you the 10 safest towns in Oklahoma, at least according to a recent ranking report by Safewise, entitled, quote, Safest Cities in Oklahoma, end quote. I'll leave a link in the comments below if you'd like to know more. But hey, before we dive in, do me a huge favor and hit the like and subscribe buttons. Doing so lets YouTube know, you like the content I'm putting out, and truthfully, it keeps me motivated as well. So who's Safewise, you ask? Well, Safewise is the authority on home safety and security and serves as a trusted clearinghouse for information on all home safety, security-related technologies and news, discussing everything from product reviews to industry trends. As part of their commitment to the home safety industry, every year they scour the annual FBI crime data, compiled from local law enforcement data sources across the U.S. And Safewise ranks states and cities according to their various violent and property crime statistics to arrive at their annual safety rankings. Now, regarding their rankings of Oklahoma's safest cities, they typically include some very, very small towns. So in this video, we'll limit the top 10 to cities with populations of at least 5,000 people. Now, according to the FBI's definitions, violent crime includes aggravated assault, murder, rape, and robbery. Property crimes include burglary, larceny, theft, which includes the huge increase in porch pirate package thefts, and motor vehicle theft. And interestingly enough, the FBI does not include arson in either category. So with all that out of the way, here's the list of the 10 safest cities in Oklahoma as determined by Safewise according to their most recent compiled FBI data. So starting at the bottom is number 10, Mustang, Oklahoma. So Mustang's a quiet bedroom community except for one day a year. More about that in a second. And Mustang's one of 5 on this list in the Oklahoma City area, located on the western edge of Oklahoma City Metroplex. The population is a little over 22,000 people, and last year had rates of 1.6 violent crimes per 1,000 residents and 9.3 property crimes per 1,000 residents. By comparison, Oklahoma's state average is 4.7 violent crimes and 23.9 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Nationally, the rate is slightly less at 4 violent crimes and 20.7 property crimes per 1,000 citizens. Mustang's big annual event is their Western Days celebration, where as many as 30,000 folks descend on the town the weekend after Labor Day for tons of events and attractions, all topped off by a huge parade. However, one caveat about Mustang. Don't move here if you don't like fireworks. The city has no ordinances forbidding them, and so every Independence Day, as you can see, things in Mustang get a little chaotic once the sun goes down. Number 9, Jenks, Oklahoma. Now, by contrast, Jenks is one of the 4-bedroom communities on the list that are in the Tulsa area. With a population of over 27,000, Jenks sits on the banks of the Arkansas River, where its most famous attraction, the Oklahoma Aquarium, resides. It's a very cool place, and my kids loved it. Jenks is also famous for something else, big-time high school football. The Jenks Trojans are a perennial powerhouse in Oklahoma 6A football, having won many, many state championships over the years, not only in football, but other team sports as well. Now, when it comes to crime, it's a safe place to call home, with only 1.2 violent crimes and 11.4 property crimes per 1,000 residents annually. Number 8 on the list, Newcastle, Oklahoma. And Newcastle lies just southwest of the metro Oklahoma City area. And like many of the towns on this list, it's a sleepy little town made of mostly residents that commute daily to work in the Oklahoma City area. With a population of over 13,000, there's not much to say about Newcastle other than, you know what, if you like to gamble, you're in luck. One of the many tribal casinos located across Oklahoma, the Newcastle Casino can be found here. So if gambling's your thing, good luck. Crime occurs here about as often as me winning when I gamble, i.e. almost never. Statistically, violent crimes here averaged only 0.6 violent crimes per 1,000 residents last year. Property crimes here were up last year, averaging 14.4 crimes per 1,000 residents, the highest of the 10 cities listed here. Number 7, Bixby, Oklahoma, another Tulsa suburb. Like Jenks, Bixby also sits on the banks of the Arkansas River due south of the Tulsa Metro. One of Oklahoma's fastest growing communities, like so many on this list, residents here work in Tulsa and commute daily. A unique fact about Bixby is that in 1832, long ago, famous American writer Washington Irving of Legend of Sleepy Hollow fame visited the area and wrote about it in his book, A Tour of the Prairies. In 2009, CNN Money placed Bixby number 67 on their list of best places to live. Today, with a population just shy of 30,000, Bixby enjoys a commendably low crime rate, with only 1 violent crime per 1,000 residents and 11 property crimes per 1,000 residents reported in last year. Number 6, Weatherford, Oklahoma, the outlier of the group. Literally, Weatherford, Oklahoma lies about 80 miles due west of Oklahoma City in Custer County. With a population of nearly 12,000 people, Weatherford is a home of Southwestern Oklahoma State University and its 4,200 students. It's also the hometown of the late Gemini 6 and Apollo 10 astronaut Tom Stafford. Stafford's legacy is prominently on display at the 40,000 square foot Stafford Air and Space Museum, located on the edge of town near the town's municipal airport. The museum is home to Stafford's actual Gemini 6 spacecraft, his Gemini 6 and Apollo 10 spacesuits, actual lunar soil samples from Apollo 17, actual Titan and V-2 rockets, full-scale replicas of the Wright Flyer and the Spirit of St. Louis, and outdoor static displays of current-day aircraft like the F-15 Eagle. Quite an attraction that draws visitors from around the world. Crime here is especially low also, with only 0.8 violent crimes and 12.6 property crimes reported in the last year per 1,000 people. Number 5, Collinsville, Oklahoma. Heading back to the Tulsa area, Collinsville sits about 20 miles north of Tulsa, and like others in the top 10, it's a quiet, unassuming small town with a population, according to the latest census, of about 8,700 people. Several dairies are in this town, by the way, supplying a wide variety of dairy products to Tulsa and surrounding areas. As a result, the state's only land-grant research university, Oklahoma State University in nearby Stillwater, Oklahoma, named Collinsville, quote, the dairy capital of Oklahoma, end quote. The town's crime statistics are indicative of the town's low profile, with a violent crime rate of 1 violent crime and 8.7 property crimes for every 1,000 residents, decidedly lower than the statewide average of 4.7 violent crimes and 23.9 property crimes per 1,000 residents. Number 4, Tuttle, Oklahoma. Returning to the Oklahoma City area, Tuttle occupies the number 4 spot in our list. Located south of number 10 ranked Mustang, this small bedroom community sits about 30 miles southwest of the Oklahoma City metro area. With a population of just under 8,000, Tuttle is best known as the home of 2003 Heisman Trophy winner, quarterback Jason White, OU's quarterback from 1999 to 2004. Tuttle is also the home of Brahms Dairy, supplier of all dairy fresh products for all 300 of the affiliated Brahms ice cream and dairy stores, which operate across Oklahoma and also in an additional 4 states adjacent to Oklahoma. Crime in Tuttle is very low, like others on the list, with only 0.6 violent crimes and 7.5 property crimes for every 1,000 residents. Number 3, Blanchard, Oklahoma. With a population estimated at nearly 10,000, Blanchard is part of a rapidly growing area of northern McLean and Grady counties in Oklahoma known as the Tri-City area, along with number 8, Newcastle, and number 4, Tuttle. Like Newcastle and Tuttle, Blanchard is often described as a commuter town, with much of its workforce commuting to nearby Norman and Oklahoma City. As is the case with most of all the towns on this list, Blanchard is a quiet little town with not a lot of attention being paid to it, and that suits residents just fine, as does the low crime rate. In the past year, only 0.4 violent crimes and 7.9 property crimes were reported for every 1,000 residents. Number 2, Verdigris, Oklahoma. Heading back northeast again to the Tulsa area, we come to Verdigris, Oklahoma, with a population of 5,600. Verdigris is another one of Tulsa's commuter communities. Named after the nearby Verdigris River, a tributary of the Arkansas and Mississippi rivers, the area was named by French traders who settled in the area in the late 1700s. The community itself has been in existence since well before statehood in 1907. Located on America's famous Mother Road, Route 66, by the way, just up the road from the famous Blue Whale. Verdigris is home to CF Industries' massive fertilizer plant, which is the second largest plant in the nation. It's also adjacent to the Port of Catoosa, one of the nation's largest inland waterway systems, allowing barge traffic to ship manufactured goods and agricultural products from Oklahoma all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. Crime in Verdigris is almost non-existent, with only 0.5 violent crimes and 4.1 property crimes reported for every 1,000 residents last year. And then we come to number 1. Returning to the Oklahoma City metro area, we top off our list with Piedmont, Oklahoma, a little farming community that's situated just northwest of Oklahoma City proper. Founded on land claimed during the 1889 Oklahoma Land Run, Piedmont today has a population of slightly more than 8,000 people. And like a lot of towns mentioned previously, is growing rapidly. A term we've heard a lot with many of the towns on this list is, quote, bedroom community, end quote, and Piedmont is the epitome of that. With a location directly on Northwest Highway, which is one of the major thoroughfares used for those commuting into Oklahoma City daily. While normally a sleepy little place, once a year everyone descends on Piedmont for their annual quote-unquote Junklahoma celebration, where you can spend the day scavenging through a wide range of upcycled junk, vintage finds, antique creations, and boutique goods. Lots of fun for the entire family. Crime in Piedmont is incredibly low, and so it tops the Safewise list as the safest in Oklahoma for cities and towns with a population over 5,000. With a violent crime rate of only 0.2 crimes for every 1,000 residents, and a property crime rate of only 5.3 crimes for every 1,000 residents, Piedmont takes the crown. Admirable indeed. So there you have it, the full picture of crime in Oklahoma. Last year's video talked about the most dangerous cities in Oklahoma. And in this video, the safest ones in Oklahoma, according to publicly available FBI data. Now rest assured that this list is fluid and will change from year to year. The one thing that won't change and remains a constant, however, throughout the years is the fact that in Oklahoma, you'll encounter some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. Combine that with the additional perks of Oklahoma's terrific low cost of living and really affordable housing, likely way more affordable than where you're living now, and you have a recipe for a terrific place to call home. I talk about that here in this video. If that's got you interested in making a move, give me a call, send me a text or email. It'd be my honor to help make Oklahoma your new home. And before we get out of here, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and the little notifications bell if you'd like to know when I post new videos, which I try to do each month. So that's it for this edition. Be on the lookout for more videos coming your way soon. Take care, everyone. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.